First video with commentary, and this video is going to focus on how to play Shen and 10 tips that I feel are the most important to mastering Shen. So with that being said, let's move right into my first tip for Shen. So as you can see in this clip here, I'm laning against a Riven, and this Riven was actually in Master Tier. And knowing Shen is weak early, I choose to freeze the wave under my turret. Well, ideally, you want to freeze it just outside your turret range so that it doesn't shove backward. However, I'm just playing as safe as I can because Riven's pretty strong early, and I know Shen is weak in the early game. And I really don't need to play aggressive as Shen. Like, my utility will carry me through the game. I don't need to have kills. I just need to CS early and make sure I don't give my laning opponent a lead. With that being said, if you get a gank from your jungler, don't hesitate to go in with him. But the basic rule of thumb for the early game on Shen is just to play safe early. Keep your wave frozen outside your turret and just farm. So building off the first tip, the second tip on Shen is to utilize his sustainable kit in lane. And this is a very simple tip that I'm giving, but it really goes a long way in laning phase. Obviously, if you're going to be playing safe, you're going to need a way to stay in lane, and that is through your sustainability. Your Q gives you health back when it executes a minion, and it also gives you health back when you auto-attack a minion that you've previously queued. So combining this with health pots and some sort of sustainable item like door and shield, it'll make you able to last throughout the laning phase and scale into the mid game. My third tip for Shen is to use your taunt to create a winning trade in lane. So in this clip here, I'm laning against a Jax, and I noticed that my wave is a lot bigger than his wave. So I take this opportunity to trade with him because he will take more minion damage from the trade than I will. So I use my my taunt, to create this. It forces him into a fight he doesn't want, and as a result, I win the trade. Another way you can utilize Shen's taunt in lane to win trades is by noticing when the opponent is out of position and will take turret damage as a result of you taunting them. So this Riven gets a little bit too cocky and out of position, and so I punish her by making her take 2 turret shots with my taunt, and then my jungler comes in and we finish her off. The fourth Shen tip is to focus on map awareness. Most, if not all, of Shen's play potential comes from his ult, and being a global ult, you need to be paying attention to everyone on your team to see if you can make a play. Having good map awareness on Shen will allow you to have a huge impact on the game, and your teammates will probably love you. In this clip here, I combo my ult with Rengar's ult, and it gets us 3 kills and Dragon shortly after. The fifth Shen tip will come as no surprise to you, but it's to communicate with your team. Every time your ult is off cooldown, you should be communicating with your team, letting them know that you have your ult so they can play a little bit more aggressive. In this clip here, I notify my bot lane that I have my ult, which gives them the confidence to start a fight knowing that they'll have me to come in and create a 3v2 situation. By simply letting your team know when your ult is off cooldown is a great way to get your bot lane snowballed and ultimately win the game. Alright, so let's move on to the sixth tip for Shen, and that's to properly manage your cooldowns and your energy. There's 2 things you need to be paying attention to on Shen when you're looking to ult make a play. the first thing you need to be paying attention to is the cooldown on your E, your taunt. If your taunt is on cooldown and you cannot use it, then you have to be a little bit reluctant on using your ult because you'll have no follow-up and no crowd control when you get to the fight. The second thing that you need to be paying attention to is your teleport. If your teleport is available, then ulting will be a lot more optimal because you can get back to lane and the enemy top laner will not be able to push and take a turret out of it. However, if your TP is not available, then you have to, discuss with your jungler or try to figure out if it's worth trading a turret for your ult. In this clip here, I show an example of me managing my cooldowns efficiently. So I know that my E is off cooldown, and I'm looking at bot lane and I see a fight break out. So I don't hesitate to ult, and I also notice that my teleport's available, so I know that I can get back to lane if need be and not lose tower from it. So this clip here is actually a clip of me not managing my cooldowns and energy efficiently, and you can really see the difference in impact that I create by ulting. I don't have my taunt available when I get out of my ult, so I kind of just dance around and throw my Q at them and auto. I don't do a whole lot, and this just goes to show you that you need to be saving your E's cooldown if you're looking to ult. It's just really important on Shen. The next Shen tip number 7, is to split push and ward. Because your main source of engage is to ult an ally to get into the fight, there's really no reason to be grouping with your team unless if your ult is down. So because of this, the best way to create pressure on the map as Shen is just to split push and then keep wards up so that you don't get caught by their whole team, but split push and then look to ult into a fight if they engage on your team. So the clip I chose to show you guys is a clip that I feel perfectly showcases the amount of pressure that a split pushing Shen can put on a game. So as you can see, I begin to split push bot while my team goes mid, and their Vayne comes to defend bot so that I don't take a free tower. And this is the art of split pushing, is forcing someone to come defend and then using that numbers advantage to take an objective. Now, once you've created that pressure that gives you a free objective, there's one of two things you can do. You can either continue to push and keep that pressure, or you can ult into the fight and create a 5v4, either winning a team fight or forcing them to back off and getting even more free objectives. And because of the effectiveness of my split pushing this game, we were able to do just that and get a mid inhibitor and actually kill 3 or 4 of them. Tip number 9 for Shen is to peel when you're behind and engage when you're ahead. This is kind of universal for most top laners, but on Shen it's pretty important. By the way, I just picked a random clip to have on in the background while I explain this. Anyway, it's really important to know your role as a top laner and how to play when you're behind and how to play when you're ahead. And like I said, it's universal to peel when you're behind and engage when you're ahead. But on Shen, it's ever more important because when you're behind, if you try and engage, you'll just get kited out and you'll get killed really fast. And your best bet to win a team fight is to keep your carries alive and just make that your main focus. However, when you're ahead, you don't want to be sitting in your back line unless if they have a really strong front line, because you're really wasting opportunity to make picks and delete the back line with the rest of your team. Tip number 9 for Shen is just how you should build Shen and how you should scale your moves. And then also I'll provide a rune and mastery guide for him. So first, let's look at how you should build Shen's rune page. You should take 9 attack speed marks. you should take 9 scaling armor seals. You're going to want to take 9 scaling cooldown glyphs. And then for your quints, you're going to take straight health regen. Moving on to the masteries, you're going to want to take 9 21-0, and you can refer to the screenshot I took on what to specifically put your points into. Next is how to scale your abilities as Shen. You can refer to the screenshot, but the reasoning behind maxing your E before W is because it significantly reduces the cooldown, and your E is your biggest gap closer, your biggest escape, your biggest engage, crowd control, so it's really important that you get that maxed out after your Q. And then lastly, we have how you should build Shen. While there are many combinations of builds and build paths you can have on Shen, I'm just going to give you the 3 more standard build paths, and once you get comfortable with Shen, you can start to experiment on your own, building different things. So here are the different build paths for Shen. So the 10th and final Shen tip is not to play scared. There's really not much more I can say about this tip, because literally all I mean by that is don't play scared. Shen's really tanky, and no one likes to focus a Shen, so if you just play confident and you don't play scared, a lot of good will come of it. To conclude the video, I'm just going to show you guys 2 clips of why not to play scared.
I played top lane fantasy too until now.
I don't.
So that's the end of the Shen video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found it helpful for those of you that watched it all the way through. And hopefully that means that you liked it enough that you might subscribe to me. You know, like I said, this is my first video with commentary, and I really enjoy making videos, so I plan to continue to do it as long as I get some positive reinforcement from the people that are watching. You know, you don't have to think it's the best video ever, but as long as you guys feel like you're getting something out of it and like it's a professionally made video, then that's all I care about. Feel free to subscribe, like, comment below, and give suggestions on future videos. Thank you guys.
Do you think this is your time?